more war in the Middle East from Trump. Where? There it is. Thank you, Fox News. This is what I needed. Though, two military personnel were killed in Jordan, which is, not very good. Reuters told the U.S. military said on Saturday two of its personnel were killed in Jordan, and another was missing after an Iranian attack. While Iran's supreme leader said Washington would pay for seeking to incite war after a seventh straight night of U.S. strikes. So, the U.S. was striking Iran repeatedly for multiple days in a row, and then Iran stroked back. USNCOM said the two deaths occurred on Friday. A third U.S. service member was missing in action. The announcement brought the number of U.S. service members killed since the war to 16, while more than 420 have been wounded. Good sips. Thank you, Nicole. Good morning, everybody. Also, happy birthday, Juno. Now that the American enemy is seeking to escalate the conflict, thereby incurring even heavier costs and further humiliation, it should be known that the noble nation of Iran and the resistance for it have unforgettable lessons in store for it. Yeah. Not good.
New explosions have been heard near Bandar Abbas. That's the part of Iran where the United States hit earlier, damaging bridges and more.
No, that's not what I wanted first. No, this is what I want.
To cut off the regime's supply lines.
No, this is what I want. Iran, this was Iran's response.
The U.S. striking Iran for the seventh straight night, hammering key coastal infrastructure targets.
The Iranians also carrying out attacks on America's Gulf allies as the regime threatens to carry out a full-scale offensive.
Madeline Rivera is live in Washington with the details. Good morning, Maddie.
Again, because I know I'm going to get comments about it. People are going to be like, well, you support Iran. You support Iran more than U.S. No. The only difference here is that this is 100% the U.S.'s fault. Yeah, no shit Iran's going to return strikes after 7 straight days of striking them. Are we fucking stupid?
Hi, good morning. That's right, guys. The U.S. and Iran are accusing each other of now attacking civilian targets. The U.S. has hit roads and bridges around Bandar Abbas, a strategic port city near the Strait of Hormuz. Their aim is to isolate the IRGC from resupplying. CENTCOM touted the destruction of one observation tower in particular, which they say significantly weakens the IRGC's ability to coordinate attacks on ships. The U.S. is denying Iran's claim that it's hitting civilian infrastructure, arguing it's been striking military targets with one goal in mind.
Which I wouldn't believe for a fucking second. Pete Hegseth and the military love striking civilians.
I think what we're in the process of doing is making it impossible for the regime to control the Strait of Hormuz.
That's never, like, you would have to completely eliminate Iran from the map for them not to be able to control the Strait of Hormuz.
From that same landmass, from the islands, from the littoral area that borders the strait itself, and then further inland where the roads and bridges and railroads are at, your ability to move supplies
I forgot to
not
post
only around the
TikToks.
country, but into
I'll do that here in
the
a minute.
country.
On the other hand, the U.S. says Iran has been the bad actor, carrying out these attacks on civilian ships and damaging a water desalination plant in Kuwait. Iran is refusing to back down, carrying out retaliatory attacks on U.S. targets in the Gulf region. An advisor to Iran's supreme leader saying if U.S. strikes continue for several more days, we will move into a phase of full-scale offensive operations.
People that say to me, like,
But as
given how the
Iran tries
country is
to
treating me, you think I'm going to
assert
fully
control
support
over
the
Strait
U.S.
of
in any
Hormuz, CENTCOM is
capacity?
refuting
True.
The regime's claim that 2 oil tankers were sunk. CENTCOM saying, like most IRGC claims, this is false. Nevertheless, oil prices have spiked as a result of the tit-for-tat. Iran's current...
I wonder what they're at right now. Crude oil prices. Woo! Wow, that's a spike upwards. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. We're gonna hit it again. We're gonna hit it again. God, it has not been this bad since fucking 2022. Which was post-COVID. And then it went down, 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 and then Trump got elected right around here. Continued to go down, it continued to go down, it continued... Oh, wait. What's that on the horizon? Oh, just a ginormous spike. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god, man. Oh my god, man. Oh no, man. This fucking country, dude. This fuck ass country. And then we're giving our soldiers more we're giving our soldiers testosterone. Time for me to get a bicycle. True.
Let's bring in retired U.S. Air Force Brigadier General John Tykert. So a lot of the attacks
U.S. could be preparing for a ground invasion with strikes. I promise you guys, if this goes boots on the ground, I will never be more vindicated than in my video about how this is another forever war. Because that video came out and it received a lot of hate saying, no, this isn't going to be a forever war. This will be fast. Yes, it's dumb, but it'll be fast. And I was right. I was right. This is a forever war that they're starting. That's all it is.
have been
And they chose the stupidest fucking target possible.
around Bandar Abbas. But further east, I guess the most eastern port city along the coastline of the Gulf of Oman and then the Arabian Sea is Chabahar, where yesterday, take a look at this video from CENTCOM, they took down what they call the surveillance tower. I guess it's really a control tower that gives the IRGC, according to CENTCOM, eyes way out into the sea so that they can try to pinpoint ships that they're attacking. What does it mean that they're taking it this far? Because they have attacked.
Has boots on the ground ever gone well for us other than World War II? Thinking, nope. Got nothing in my head. Got nothing in my head. Like, I mean, ever since World War II, we've never put boots on the ground for, I mean, even before that, we never had, like, just reasons to put boots on the ground. The only time I can think of is when World War II. I guess World War I, but not really. I'm indecisive about that one. Civil War, because we had to beat those fucking traitors back into submission. And American Revolutionary War? Maybe the War of 1812 when the Brits were attacking us, but we attacked them first, so. Yeah, Mexican-American War? Nah. Every modern war? Nope. Like a handful of times. We didn't even help out Bosnia that much when they were getting genocided, dude. Shit's ass.
Chabahar.
And also, Bosnians piss me off sometimes because they, like, love America because they're like, oh, they saved us from war crimes, but we also, like, disarmed the Bosniaks. Whatever.
Many times in the past, but left this standing.
John, I am encouraged that it seems like U.S. Central Command is now focused on more operationally significant targets, railways and bridges, and now an early warning coastal radar. And I think it does three possible things. Number one, that it prevents Iran's military from resupplying themselves and threatening the Strait of Hormuz in a far.
How long have we been saying this for? Like almost 6 months now? We've been saying for almost 6 months now that we've shut down their military multiple times and that they have no way of coming back from this. And then they come back for this. Or from this.
Better way than individual targets would. Number two, it might be preparing the battlefield for a ground invasion of operationally significant areas. And then number three, I think it's a demonstration by the president that we are willing to escalate, and he might actually follow through on expanded military operations next
Okay,
week.
so this idea of ground forces really strikes fear into the hearts of most Americans. But if you look at places like Chabahar and Bandar Abbas, they are very, very isolated. And with Iran's Navy gone and with bridges being taken.
Why are we, yeah, dude, the fact that they're warming people up for, like, saying, like, well, boots on the ground would be bad, but it's honestly not that bad. No, guys, like, Iran's a fucking fortress country.
Taken out. it would be very hard to bring in reinforcements if an American invasion force were to land there.
I think that's exactly right. And I think if you look at those operationally significant areas and you cut them off from resupply, then it makes them militarily ineffective, either to project power or to defend themselves or to counter a grand invasion. And I think part of the reason for doing these types of activities at an operational level.
Dude, yeah, like, we're just warming us up to invade Iran. What the fuck? Wow, I did not expect this to be, like, this fucking blatant. Holy shit. I'm so fucking vindicated, dude.
Allow the president the option for any of those type of activities starting next week.
All right, so we've seen this movie before, a little bit different version of it, but as we attack Iran, Iran cries uncle of a sort, says, let's go to the table. They go to the negotiating table, they lie, they delay, they cheat. What's it going to take to get them to finally say, okay, this time we really give up?
Well, I think the president is beyond his patience level here. And I think that he's seen enough.
No, Israel just needs to respect the ceasefire. That's why this keeps restarting, because of Israel.
Enough bad faith from the Iranians over the course of the ceasefire period for the last 3.5 months that he is serious about these expanded military operations.
They? What do you mean, they?
And I think what we're seeing around Bandar Abbas is a bit of a down payment. And I hope that he follows through, not just in that area, but to Tehran as well, to strike at the heart of the regime.
All right, so let's say that we get to the point where the IRGC.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If Israel doesn't want, like, the only way that this gets quote unquote stopped is that Israel gets a shoe in its fucking mouth from the US and gets forced to stop. That's it, pretty much. Otherwise, they're not going to want to stop this war. Israel wants this to keep going, dude. I feel so fucking vindicated. I feel so vindicated.